Hi friends, Suzanne here from sunstampin.com, a Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today's card features the Hearts Come Home bundle, and I am going to make a Z-fold card. So I am not using a 12 by 12. I am using a card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I am cutting it at 4.5. It's already scored. Then I'm taking another card base that's 5.5 by 8.5 inches. So this is a normal piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. I have cut it at 5.5, and then I need 4 pieces from it that are 4 1/8 by 5.5. So 4 pieces at 4 1/8 by 5.5. Okay. That's all the numbers, I promise. So the one card base that you cut, just burnish that little edge. And then here is my regular card base. I'm just folding it. So out comes my silicone mat, and I'm putting fast fuse along that cut off edge there. Okay, so just slip the card right way around, right into that little groove, and then fold it over, and that's your Z-fold, a regular card base Z-fold. You don't need a 12 by 12. So this is how it sort of goes. Okay, so now I am measuring. I'm sorry, half of it's cut off here. I have a very long ruler. I'm pointed it up to that corner there, and I'm going down to the 2.5 mark. So I'm going to use a pen because in this household, apparently there is no pencils anywhere. I don't know what happened to them all. So I'm using a pen, and I'm just making that mark. So from the 2.5 mark all the way to that top corner on the right, that is 5.5. And then I am cutting with my trimmer. And then, of course, there's that little bit that I had to cut off with scissors. Okay, so this is the only piece of paper that you have to measure. So this is the middle side. You can see my right side is shorter and my left side is taller. So I think I just made it like a 1/16 of an inch. I just wanted like a little bit of a border around that white. And this is all Whisper White thick cardstock. Okay, so here comes the hometown greetings, the thinlit dies or edgelets or whatever they're called. And you can see how I'm placing them right in the center of the card, but as far up as I can possibly go. And this works for all of them. So remember, all these pieces are 4 1/8 by 5.5. So I'm just using my washi tape to hold it in place. And then I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. And then once it's come out of the Big Shot, I'm using my new Stampin' Up Blends alcohol markers. And I'm going to color in all the houses. But I'm also going to do the back. So just getting a little piece of scrap paper there, coloring the tree in from the back. And I'll just give you an example of one of the houses. Now you'll notice that not a lot of these little bits and pieces have come out, and that's fine. I find it's easier to color when all the pieces are in. You're not going over like a bumpy road kind of thing. But yeah, so I don't know. Some of these houses are going to be peeping over the Z-fold, and I don't know which one. So I'm just going to color the front and the back just to make it look cohesive and nice. And I used a whole bunch of markers: Pool Party combo, Smoky Slate combo, Cherry combo, Old Olive combo, Crumb Cake combo, the bronze, the lifter, and the ivory, and the light pumpkin. Okay, so before anything gets put down, Wink of Stella on the Christmas trees, it's a must. And then that one piece that we cut down, I am stamping with some of the images in the set. So Saffron for the moon and the stars, Smoky Slate for the Santa. And then here's a little trick. And you know, when I first started stamping, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So this is kind of a neat little trick that I found along the way. So you stamp with you ink up your stamp with whatever color you're using. I think this is Marina Mist. Then on the part that you don't want to have Marina Mist on, like the roof, I'm just taking my blender pen and I'm picking up that ink. It's not going to hurt the blender pen at all. That's what it's for. And I'm erasing or removing the ink from the roof. And then I'm going in with my black marker and I can stamp right down. And I have a tendency not to huff on my, or the breath of life or whatever. I've heard people say. I don't do it very often. So I find that my ink pads are always juicy enough, or too juicy to be honest, that I don't necessarily have to huff on them. And I always find that when you huff on something, it gives it more spotty results and it takes a while for the colors to settle down. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, okay, so what did I use here? Let's see. I think Marina Mist, Night of Navy, Old Olive for the trees, and my markers were soft suede. Anyway, you know, a brown, a green, a blue. Okay, so this is one way of adhering glitter that's not going to come off. So I used Fast Fuse. And I just went along the bottom and I'm going along the very top of all of these panels with Fast Fuse. And then I'm just going to go over it with my Dazzling Diamonds and then burnish it in with my finger. And I give a good burnishing at the very end too. And then if there's any little adhesive or anything that got cut out or caught up in there, I just took my paper piercer and removed it. Easy. So this is basic black ink and I am stamping the sentiment. So this is the front of the card. So I measured it just to make sure that my left corner is just below that right corner of the card. This piece did not need to be cut down at all, so I left it. I already cut down the other middle piece, so this is the middle piece that I will be making note here. So probably about 3/4 of an inch. So out come my trimmer. And I mean, this is all eyeballing it, right? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have exact measurements. I just wanted to make a Z-fold card and I wanted to make it out of a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. I didn't want to use the 12 by 12 and I didn't like the size when it came out. So yeah, I'm doing 8.5 by 11. Honestly, this is the longest card video I think I've ever made, and I'm getting sick of talking and listening to myself. I'm sorry about that for you guys that are listening to me right now. All right, so adhesive on all the back of the pieces, and let's put this baby together. So there's a little bit of a border around the white, which is what I wanted. This piece covers up that fold line as well. And then the bottom piece, see now how it's all coming together? And this is where you can write your sentiment. So that's my Z-fold card for today. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf to visit my website, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.